what I would just say to Drake is that just make great music.
Keep going. Because he's still firing off.
Come on, just keep going, bro. But you know, what you don't want to do is like, you know them little fish that attach themselves to sharks and just be like, you don't want to turn into that. So just let it go, bro. It's over. It was a rap. It was a run. You caught one. Okay, cool. Now just make some joints.
And
you know what I'm saying? Just get back to it. You make great music. You're a talented brother. Battling is maybe not your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. The thing about battling is that you can't out-swag somebody, especially in this era.
You gotta win with the lyrics.
Yeah, you gotta be a bad motherfucker. You gotta know what you're doing.
So Kendrick Lamar and Drake are beefing. And the internet is acting like it's Tupac versus Biggie 2.0. But this beef is not even as good as Neil Young and Lynyrd Skynyrd resulting in Sweet Home Alabama. This is a thirsty cash grab fueled by an insecure artist. But let's be real, this whole thing is kind of stupid. Let's break it down.
Kendrick is a hit artist that makes hits when he decides. That's what makes him unique. When Drake puts out a record, it's for everybody. When Kendrick puts out a record, it's for who he put it out for. When Kendrick did We Gonna Be Alright, I don't think he expected Chinese people to sing it. I mean, they probably do, but I know what the we he was talking about was black folks, poor folks.
But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
When Drake is making music, Drake knows what he's aiming for. That's why Drake is so great. He knows who fucks with him, what they want to hear from him, what happened. That's why the battle fucked him up, because now he's in uncharted territories.
Section 1, Manufactured Mayhem. This feud didn't come out of nowhere. It's been a slow burn. Sneak disses. Passive-aggressive bars. Then boom, we're in diss track season. And yeah, the tracks are impressive. But be honest, do you really think either of these guys is hurt? This isn't personal. This is product. Views. Clicks. Headlines. Tour hype. It's chess, not war. Negativity sells, and this was like printing money for Kendrick Lamar.
The citation for the Pulitzer Prize in Music for distinguished musical composition by an American that has had its first performance or recording in the United States during the year. Awarded to Damn by Kendrick Lamar, a virtuosic song collection, unified by its vernacular authenticity that offers affecting vignettes capturing the complexity of modern African-American life. Congratulations, Kendrick Lamar.
Section 2, From Pulitzer to Petty. Kendrick Lamar is a Pulitzer Prize winner. An artist who once dropped albums that shook the entire culture. In fact, he is the first and only hip-hop artist to ever receive this prestigious recognition. And how did he follow that up? He spent an entire year writing obsessive diss tracks about Drake? Dude, you were the high ground. What happened? It's like watching your professor get into a rap battle at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the skull. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe. Paul, that's the bully the fro. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1. To any that tuck torment in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from them. They tell me Chubb's the only one to get your hand-me-downs. Party at the party playing with his nose now. Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified. Wop, 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 wop. I'm on him tough. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Section 3, the PDF chant. Let's talk about this. Kendrick makes veiled accusations about Drake grooming underage girls, then puts it in a bar. Fans are now yelling derogatory statements about him liking minors at concerts. And the Super Bowl? That's wild. People from all ages and all walks of life get together to watch America's big game. Was this appropriate for the NFL? And did anyone outside of Gen Z and millennials really know any of those songs? If Drake had performed instead, the songs would have at least been more recognizable for the average viewer. If Kendrick actually believes these accusations, why isn't it in a lawsuit? And if he doesn't, that's defamation dressed as a diss track. Either way, it's reckless. And frankly, gross. The NFL could have picked a more unifying performance.
The lawsuit thing, I thought that was to make sure that didn't happen.
Wait, you talking about the Drake lawsuit?
Yeah.
To make sure what didn't happen?
That
Like,
song didn't come on.
For Super Bowl?
See, look, sue Apple, sue Universal.
Right.
And then have your attorneys contact NFL corporate and say, look, we don't want you guys to involve yourself in this nasty lawsuit that's going on. And you guys are the biggest live sport in the bed. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're a part of the damage.
Section 4. Is Drake a predator? Look, Drake's relationship with Millie Bobby Brown was weird. But let's not act like Kendrick exposed some dark secret. Drake was a child star. Millie was a child star. They probably bonded over weird Hollywood experiences. But let's not act like Kendrick uncovered Epstein Island 2.0. It was tone deaf, maybe. But Kendrick turning it into a central theme of his campaign? He ends up looking pretentious, like he's trying to win Twitter points instead of making art. And let's not forget, Kendrick's no saint when it comes to women either. He's made plenty of songs that degrade women. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe literally has bitch in the title. He's on that A$AP Rocky track saying he likes bad bitches just like everyone else, which also included Drake. So let's not act like he's delivering the Sermon on the Mount here. Kendrick ends up sounding sanctimonious, like he's delivering a TED Talk in the middle of a rap battle.
The funniest one, and again, I'm a guy who really respects Kendrick after this. He has a line in Euphoria where he's like, he's feeling like Joel Hale Osteen or something like that. And he said, funny, he was in a film called Sixth Sense. He's mixing Haley Joel Osment and Joel Osteen for these reasons. Let me tell you something. You guys don't know black people. Black people don't know white people's names. They get them wrong all the time. He just doesn't know who the fuck is who. He thinks Joel Osteen and Haley Joel Osment are the same person. What are y'all even talking about? I get
That was
Section 5, numbers don't lie. And here's the kicker. The world doesn't care. Go to Thailand. Go to Brazil. Go to the Philippines. Drake is still getting played at every bar, every pool party, every condo gym. Nobody's skipping Hotline Bling because Kendrick said he's a bad guy. This beef is America's drama. The rest of the world is just vibing. And if we're talking impact, let's look at the numbers. In 2024, Drake was the second most streamed artist in the world. Second only to Taylor Swift. That's it. That's the list. Kendrick didn't even crack the top 10. So while hip-hop Twitter crowned him the winner, the rest of the world just kept listening to Drake. And that tells you everything you need to know about who really moves the culture and who will ultimately win the war. Kendrick has won the battle. But 20 years from now, people will still be playing the timeless hits that Drake has produced.
I've been very critical of Drake. I do think that he's a part of the reason that we've ushered in this like very feminine and docile generation of men. But what I will say, despite the fact that I'm a heavy critic of his music, I think he's head and shoulders above Kendrick in every metric of being a musician. I think Kendrick is going to have to fight to make top 10 hip hop artists of all time. I think Drake is going to go down as a top 10 musician of all time. He's going to be with the Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley's, etc. When it's all said and done. Kendrick ain't going to be there.
So what is the outcome? Look, they both got bars. But this beef is a distraction. It's Pulitzer versus pop star, and both of them are billionaires pretending this is Sparta. Meanwhile, fans are turning serious allegations into meme content. Like, stop screaming pedo boy at brunch. Please. This wasn't Nas versus Jay. It was Kendrick's Journal versus Drake's PR team. And while you're arguing in comment sections, they're both counting your streams. Like, comment, subscribe, or don't. Just don't turn a diss track into a cult.